Hello everyone, Rimea here. So about 2 years ago, some friends and I started this little silly project of remaking New Super Mario Bros. Wii inside of New Super Mario Bros. U, which we called New Super Mario Bros. Wii Deluxe. After realizing how pointless of an idea that was, we soon cancelled the project. Thing is, for one reason or another, the trailer for this mod ended up being hugely popular. And so since the project has been cancelled, I've had a lot of people asking me why I cancelled it, and how much of it we did manage to make before that happened. So today I'm going to try to answer those questions by doing a little playthrough of the stuff we made for the mod. Keep in mind, a lot of this is going to look very rough because it was all made several years ago, and was also not polished for a release or anything like that. But yeah, let's get going with 1-1. Alright, so yeah, look at this, wow. So this map was made like 2 years ago or something. This was like right when Wii Maker started learning how to like edit the world maps and stuff. So this was like, well, it was like still before even the Volcanic 2 map. This is an absolute trash. The main problem in hindsight, which we just didn't really know about at that point, was just, you know, having baked maps, having proper shadows and stuff. Those were just removed for this map. You can see, and no, like all the mushroom hills don't cast shadows or anything like that. Also, it just kind of feels out of place, this whole thing, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't really feel like New Super Mario Bros. Wii World 1. It just kind of feels like, well, New Super Mario Bros. U World 1 with Wii elements on it, because that's what it is. Let's see, there's some mushroom hill in the water, which looks really strange. And then there's these guys over here. We'll get to World 2 later. Yeah, so these are the rolling hills from, the models are from 3D World, and the idea was that we were going to have rolling hills on the map to cover up the holes left behind from removing the big, like, mountains from the New Super Mario U version of the map. The problem is those models are kind of glitched, and so you kind of just end up, you know, replacing something bad with something worse, I suppose. And then, yeah, the World 2 map is, like, I guess slightly different in that it's mostly just the same map, except I think we were going to change the textures as well. But I hadn't ended up doing that before cancellation. But yeah, there was just some pyramids added, and for some reason, I guess the material of the road is glitched at the moment. I'm not sure how that happened. I don't remember that being the case, but yeah. And you can also still see the shadows from the different like stone eyes and stuff in the sand there, who were removed for some reason. But yeah, anyways, I guess we can get started with 1-1. I'm hoping I did a nabbit path, else this is gonna crash right now. Oh no, I didn't nabbit. Okay, cool. Follow nabbit. So yeah, this is a 1-1. Do I want to catch nabbit? I don't remember bothered. We did actually have a Peach's Castle background made for this stage, which was also shown off in the trailer. However, I don't know, I guess for some reason that hasn't been applied here in the version I downloaded from our old Google Drive. Let's see, the rolling hills are replaced. I'm not sure why exactly that is the case. I do remember making rolling hills for this stage, so I'm not sure why that didn't work out. One of the biggest weird things we did, that bit is getting away by the way, one of the biggest weird things we did for this mod was, like, for some reason we decided to have all these, like, scaffold platforms. And yeah, I don't know, like, instead of having normal semi-solids, even though we still also have normal semi-solids, like, over here. I guess that was, like, kind of supposed to be, like, a deluxe thing as well. I don't really know, it's strange. The secret pipe's going to be covered up because of Nabbit. I guess I'll go catch him. Yeah, the midway is gone, and yeah, whatever. I think he's getting away, guys. Oh no. Whatever, that's enough of 1-1. Here's 1-2. Yeah, the overall task looks weird, doesn't it? I haven't even commented on that yet. And those crystals just popped in. And this is the underground tile set, which was actually remade by hand by myself for like, took like a week. For some reason, I, after all that effort, didn't bother adding shadows, even though there seemed to be shadows in the original version. It's kind of hard to tell because of the pixelation of Wii tile sets. Yeah, that's a bit strange. This stage has remained largely the same, except for the fact that there were background tiles added all over the place, and I think those look nice. Like, those definitely give it a bit more character. Like, if you just look at it, like, it's more decoration and stuff. Also, there are all these, like, mushrooms in the underground sections in this mod, which don't really look that great in my opinion, but whatever. Yeah, apart from this is pretty much the same. I know there's, like, the skill platform thing here, yeah, which was originally supposed to be, like, a motion control thing, but that's not in New Super Mario Bros. U, so we just made it this. Kind of weird and strange, but whatever. Yeah, so that red coin section is arguably harder now. I'm not really sure. I guess it depends on the timing. You know, with the not motion control platform. On to the next stage. And I suppose that's this stage, which is actually the secret stage on the world map. I guess that kind of makes sense, because it is a water stage, and there is no proper water stage in the original World 1 for New Super Mario Bros. U, but there is the secret stage, which is a water stage on the map, so, like, yeah, I guess it kind of works, sure. This style set, yeah. I'm not a fan of the style set to begin with in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but like just seeing it like this higher res, like it is very faithful to the original. It just looks bad in higher resolution, like even worse than it really does in the original version, in my opinion. So yeah, there was also a background mode for this stage. I guess it's not applied at the moment, which is like the cool like above water, underwater background thing that the original stage also had. Though lining that up was really tough, so I'm not sure whether it actually ended up looking all that great or not. But yeah, we're going to see that a lot throughout this video. It's just backgrounds not really being the proper ones because they weren't made yet at the point of the stage being made, even though they were later then made. Because Woody, I think, pretty much did every single background for this mod. Like, I think most of them were pretty much finished already before it got cancelled. Okay, onto the tower. Yes, this is pretty much the same stage as it was in the original. The tile set here looks a little bit strange, doesn't it? The question marks and stuff. And also, of course, these platforms are on the metal versions because, I don't know, there is also the original version of these platforms, like from the Wii version in these Mario 2, kind of, and I think they were fixed, but like for some reason I just decided the metal ones look better, I suppose. I don't know. Also, well, most of the semi-solids are like these weird castle ones. Like once again, not sure why that decision was made. The tower tile set was a bit of a pain to use because like in these Mario 2 has these edge tiles here, which the original New Super Mario Wii version of the tile set doesn't use, but apart from that, like, I still wanted to keep the tiling consistent. So I just had to add all the edge tiles, which basically meant I had to, like, redo a lot of the tiling of the stage regardless of it just being a remake of the original stage. Because then, like, the tiles behind those tiles didn't line up and stuff, if that makes any sense. I mean, the design here starts getting a little bit weird, doesn't it? That's like the main problem in this mod, honestly, and why it probably got cancelled and why I didn't care too much about it. Just the fact that, like, the level design in Wii is often quite strange, and yet I just couldn't be bothered trying to fix it or anything like that for this remake. It's basically just as lazy as it can get, you know, making a remake mod like this, you know? Like, the level design in Wii, it's very questionable at times, and the level design in New Super Mario is generally a lot more consistent. So, you know, changing the stages to reflect that more, you know, consistent tone of New Super Mario U would have been a good idea for the mod. But no, I just like decided to just keep everything the exact same, just for nostalgia reasons, I guess. It's not like most people would care anyways. But if I wanted to actually, you know, creatively challenge myself, I should have probably actually, you know, changed stuff. Anyways, there was no, what was the fight here again? Lemmy, right? Or Larry? No, yeah, Larry, yes. But now it's just Boom Boom. Alright, that's 1-3, which, I think is also still mostly the same. It also had the secret exit removed. I guess there was also a secret exit added to 1-2, was there? I didn't think there was, actually. There must have been, because otherwise how would you have gotten to the World 1 secret stage? I don't really know. Oh yeah, those coins were added in, like, instead of them just being there, so they only activate if you have Yoshi, which I thought was just a nice little touch. So there's, like, unlike what I said while playing the tower stage, there's some design elements which have been changed, or, like, improved, quote-unquote, but a lot of that's very minor stuff that nobody's really gonna care about, and, like, it's just very small touches. So it's not enough in my opinion. I should have either kept the stages 100% the same and like had like custom ASM stuff to like make everything work properly, or I should have like changed stuff drastically to like actually make the level design better or, you know, at least different. But instead I decided to go this weird like middle route. So yeah, make of that what you will. See, like that fight, for example. Why is that like that? That's not like if I saw that in a mod, I think that was super strange, but of course Nintendo did it here. But like, had I actually, you know, put effort into this mod, I would have seen that and been like, okay, well, I'm gonna change that, make it, you know, a little bit less jank for no reason. But no, instead I just kept it like that because, well, that's what it was in the original game, so who cares? At least I did add background tiles here, which look good. Actually, I think the original might have also had background tiles, but it definitely weren't as like detailed as that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is no secret exit anymore, is there? Oh, there is. Wait, is there? No, I think this just like drops it off at the right here. Yeah, it does. Which I guess, come to think of it, must be a pretty big shocker if you were to actually have played this mod and you were expecting to go into the pipe there, but you know, you're not. You're just gonna fall off and probably get hit by the Hammer Bros. I guess that's another kind of design oversight, isn't it? Huh. Yeah. But yeah, on to the next stage. Alright, so this is, you know, the mushroom stage from the original game as well. These mushrooms are actually changed for this, you know, this game to be, or this mod, I should say, to look more like the original mushrooms from Nintendo's Wii. And so those look nice. These mushroom block platform things aren't in the original game either, in Rimea U, I should say. So those were, you know, just kind of added. They are just like planes, so they are like 2D. So you can see like once they rotate, the lighting doesn't change. That's a big problem. They're not models, you know, they're just like flat things. And so had I actually made this mod today, I would have definitely just got on like Willy to import those or something. I don't know. But it said they're just, you know, they're just here. And I mean, most people probably wouldn't notice anyways. So it's fine, I guess. But yeah, this stage is fine. I'm pretty sure these coins are supposed to move, like I'm pretty sure they do in the original game, but like I couldn't get that to work for some reason in this version. I don't know, or was it? No, I think it was these coins that would move into place. Usually, I don't know. I honestly forget that this stage even had the bulb mushrooms. Yeah, seeing these like HD Wii mushrooms is pretty cool in my opinion. What kind of red coin section is this? Is that even possible? Oh my god. I mean, I guess we got close there. Oh hey, the line controlled blocks didn't spawn. That's great. Great level stuff. I think they always spawn in Nispero's Wii, but they don't always spawn in U. Why are there two red coin sections in one stage? See, like, why didn't I fix this stuff? Why didn't I turn that into like a green coin section or something? I don't know. Are there really two red coin sections in one stage? Oh, that's strange. I don't remember that, but I guess that probably is correct. Yeah, so this stage is really simple, even in the original game. Pretty sure these coins are supposed to move with the running hills or something like that. And I just didn't realize, I guess, when I was making it. I don't know. A lot of these, like, structures here, which were originally floating, have, like, little background tiles below them now, so that's nice, I guess. Yeah, why not? Like, what even is this kind of design here? Is there a thing in here? Wait, there isn't? Oh, what's the point of that then? Wait, what? Is there a thing in here? Guess not. I don't know. I probably missed something. I forget. It's been a while since I've played Vanilla Wii, actually. Oh, hey, that running hill is definitely not supposed to be like that. I'm pretty sure I did make a underground running hill for this stage, but like I said, all the custom running hills aren't here right now. So yeah, whatever. Oh my god, it's so good. There's background rocks. Now it's a good mod. Now it's good Mario Wii. Yes, Deluxe. There you go. I mean, it's more than Nintendo did for Wii Deluxe, but still. Alright, so the castle stage was never finished because I couldn't get the boss fight to work. We were going to somehow replicate the boss fight, sort of. So I guess it's just on to 2-1 then, Stone Eye Zone, which isn't actually Stone Eye Zone, of course. It's just the original 2-1 from Wii. Once again, we did have a background made for this, and once again, the background isn't here. Kind of like in some other stages, I don't know. Like in the underwater stage, I guess. This stage is like super simple, even in the original game. It hasn't been changed here at all. Like if I were to remake this mod now, I would definitely add, like, for example, bonus rooms to this stage, because there literally isn't a single bonus room. The stage is all just one straight, simple zone with like barely any movement controllers or any interesting setups with like locations or anything. It's just super simple and flat. So yeah, like I guess maybe this stage was made by like a beginner level designer at Nintendo. I don't know. As you can notice, we did add some like little cacti here, which are from Super Mario 2, and like the little bit down there. This is like some minor decoration additions in the World 2000 set, like that, I guess. Wow, okay, that was super exciting. I remember this stage taking so long to make. Like this stage is it's like the opposite of the other stage we played just now, where like this one has so many zones and so many like setups and stuff, which were hard to replicate in Super Mario U. Like you didn't even know it was a pain to make this one. I remember. But yeah, like, I mean, on the surface level, it's still just quite a simple stage, but yeah, it's fine. Once again, no custom background, no nothing. I suck, wow. Pretty sure there's like a bonus room all the way down there or something stupid like that, which once again just isn't good design on Nintendo's part, which I should have probably fixed. But no, instead I decided, you know, just adding a single cactus here, that's enough of a deluxe move to make this worthwhile. People wonder why I cancelled this mod, man. Jeez. I'm skipping over a lot of the bonus room things. There are like, yeah, like I said, there's like 20,000 bonus rooms in this stage. I can't be bothered to show all of them off, just like I really couldn't be bothered making them when I did. But there we go, on to the next stage. Yeah, so this is, you know, this stage. Not much has been changed. I guess like there's no like candle tile in New Super Mario Bros. U like there is in Wii. So I guess I couldn't be bothered replicating that, so instead I just put a bunch of lamps in the stage instead of those candle blocks. Apart from that, I think it's pretty much the same. I'm trying to think. Once again, quite a bad stage. Like, I mean, it's memorable in a sense, I suppose, but like doesn't have much mechanical progression. It doesn't have many mechanics to begin with. It's basically just a bunch of fire stuff spam. Ain't great. I should have added like Baby Yoshi to this one at least, or something like that, but nah. Yep, that was a fun stage. Yep, this is a stage as well. Oh, look at these doors. These doors are kind of cool, aren't they? They're like, they're kind of like the Wii doors, but they're actually like retextures or remodels of the doors you see in Peach's Castle in New Super Mario U. The only thing that kind of looks strange is when you just saw there, like the black void that you enter in, like has like weird edges and stuff. It looks kind of strange. It needs like some kind of edge, but like not the giant edge which the original Peach's Castle door had. So it's just strange. Pretty sure there was like some bonus rooms in this stage which haven't changed. These moving fences still function pretty much the same, except I guess now they're pink, and I didn't bother changing that for some reason. Tiling the stage was once again a pain because it's a tower stage, and though I generally enjoyed tiling towers nowadays, at the time I didn't really, and also, like I said, there was some weird stuff going on with trying to adapt the New Super Mario U style of tiling towers to the Wii tower like stuff that was already made. Anyways, I guess it's Boom Boom again, so we're just gonna skip on. And this is really where we're gonna start. Oh wow, what's happening here? This is where we're gonna start seeing really big gaps in the stages. So the only other World 2 stage that has been made, or that was made, was 2-6 right here. Which, what's this stage again? Oh right, it's the one with Yoshi. Yeah. And Lakitu and stuff. Yeah. This is kind of an interesting stage. It uses samplers again for no reason, but like it has some fun stuff, I guess. I don't think much was changed for this one either, so there's probably not a lot that's going to end up in the video. Yeah, this stage is like one of those where you can just kind of run through. That's actually the case for a lot of World 2 stages, I suppose, is you could just kind of run through them. There's no like real obstacles or anything like that. It's just a lot of flat ground and stuff. I see as I get hit, but whatever. Once again, same story. There was a background made for this stage. It's just not applied to the stage in the level itself, so whatever. It's it was just a Wii background, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think we had this vague idea of making the beach world nighttime, because we were going to change a lot of the times of day at which the different worlds took place, kind of like how New Super Mario U did slightly. So like I think beach is going to be nighttime for some reason, which would probably really ruin the vibe, but whatever. And like I think like desert was going to be sunset, and I forget what else. Oh right, like forest was going to be like evening or something like that. I don't know. It was going to be a whole thing, but I don't think it was that great of an idea anyways. Like as you can see here, the tile set here isn't like nighttime or anything like that, so I don't think it was like concrete yet whether we were going to do that or not. Apart from that, I'm pretty sure this stage just remains pretty much the same. One thing I did do, which I kind of like actually, is having these like holes in the ground here. But the holes are only in like the underwater sections of the tile set, where like it's kind of like the ground has been like eroded by the water or something like that. That seems like a cool idea. I don't know. Yeah, there's also these flowers which are added to the tile set for no reason really, but whatever. They're not the worst thing ever. It's just that they don't animate, so they don't really look all that interesting. I should have just had normal flowers here, you know, like the ones that actually move. Yes, this is that one World 3 stage, or I guess from Wii, the World 4 stage, that randomly used the mountain tile set, so that was something. The mountain tile set, I think it's just like a resize in New Wii Deluxe here, which looks it looks fine, I guess, but I don't know, it doesn't look great either. It's like AI resized, I guess. Apart from that, this stage had the problem where like there's like the ledges later on which like fall, kind of like donut blocks. And those aren't in New Super Mario at all, so I think we just kind of like skip those. And apart from that, I think it's pretty much still the same stage. I'm not sure why we're using the athletic theme. Like the music as a whole hasn't been changed if you haven't noticed yet, like in the overall stages. Apart from that, most music I suppose is the same anyways. I think we were going to, we're going to have like a whole like remixed soundtrack and stuff. Though that wasn't finished either, so it's not really worth showcasing, I suppose. Finding these like big mountain background wall things was such a pain. Like I didn't realize this when I originally started making the mod, But like the way these things here are tiled is like there's like 20 different tiles that can fit like in the background here, and they all have like to be in like a specific pattern or something like that, or at least I had to make them a specific pattern to match the original game. It was a pain figuring all of that out, and like especially with also the shadows on the tiles here, for example, it was a whole thing basically. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the section we just went past had like some ledges like this, but they dropped down after a while. But honestly, I can't even tell you where those were supposed to be, so I guess I hit the fact that they are gone pretty well. Alright, and this is the final stage that was made for this world, and I guess also probably the most memorable stage in this world, at least in my opinion, or in my memory of New Super Mario Wii. Is, you know, the stage with the first one with the penguin suit, I believe, right? I think so. No, actually, I don't think so. I don't know, for some reason I really remember this one as being the one with the penguin suit. I'm not sure whether the zoom is so small, I'm not sure whether that was like that in the original game as well or not. I want to say it wasn't. Like, I feel like we matched the camera settings, like, just zone per zone pretty well, but I guess not in this case, I don't know, the zoom is very small. Oh yeah, there's also a mini mushroom which I missed, and there's a whole, like, bonus room for that, which is pointless. So, yeah, whatever. The rocks in the tile set here look super strange, don't they? Like, weirdly smooth. It's weird. Man, Wii stages are really short, aren't they? Like, wow. That's that was it already, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, that's all the stages for this world then, and onto the snow world. Yeah. So much like as I mentioned with the beach world, the snow world was also meant to be nighttime, as you can also see in the trailer, I believe. Once again, we did also already have a background for it, but it's not here because I didn't save it in the stage, I suppose. I don't know. The tile set for this one's weird because like this tile set here has been updated quite a bit. You can see it looks a bit different from the original. It has like more shading and stuff. It still looks a bit strange in my opinion, but it's fine. And then this tile set is the exact same for some reason, even though the New Super Mario tile set just looks objectively better, I'd say. And also it still looks quite similar, so I should probably just like use some kind of variation of that or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think much has been changed in this stage. There's one specific change which is kind of funny, which I guess I'll point out. Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty similar. Yeah, in this bonus room, there's a fun little thing where, like, the hitbox in the original game, I guess, is different from the way it is in New Super Mario U for some reason. So I had to make this section, like, one block taller, I guess, or something like that. I forget what exactly it is. But it's strange regardless, I guess. But yes, that section is slightly different. I think slightly easier compared to the original section in New Super Mario Wii, but whatever. That's, like, the only change in this stage, I guess. Like, for the most part, it's pretty much the same. And I do like this stage, like, just for this sliding section, because it's pretty good. Apart from that, like, the actual, like, level design is nothing special, or it's not even all that good, honestly. But yeah, on to the next stage. Yeah, Full Dash 2, which is apparently a fan favorite stage. I guess it is a pretty cool stage, I don't know. What has been changed in this one? I mean, I'm not actually sure what has been. I don't think much has. I guess, like, this section here over here is suspended from the trees, which is pretty cool. You can kind of see like the rope there sticking out from above the tree. I don't know. The trees themselves are also, I think, resized and they look kind of strange. Not horrible, but not great either. They just don't fit in New Super Mario U, do they? Alright, so the tower hasn't been changed, but this stage has, I suppose. So let's go check it out. What stage is this again? Oh, right, it's the underground cave stage, yeah. Making the starter for the underground cave was actually quite a pain, like making the ice all work and stuff. Like it's quite a bit more complicated than you might think. There's like a whole system for it, I suppose. And in general, getting this stage to work, it's quite an expansive stage, I suppose, at least compared to most Wii stages. I think there was also a problem where like the ice flow generator wasn't working, and so I had to just make these a bunch of like ice flows moving on like paths and stuff, which was a pain, like doing that all manually, and I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. There's some weird stuff going on, that's what I'm sure of at least. Yeah, as a whole, this stage hasn't been changed too much either. Like, a lot of the stages did actually work quite well in New Super Mario U, just like from an objective standpoint in terms of like how well they've been recreated. It's just that, you know, what's the point of this, you know? You're just playing New Super Mario Wii on Dolphin, basically, in terms of, like, looks and stuff. Like, it looks slightly better, maybe? Oh, I died. I don't even care. I'm gonna move on. But yeah, like, what's the point? That's like, the main problem, I guess, behind Wii DX. It's just that there's no real point to it. Like, I was wasting a lot of my own time, and it was not being critically fulfilled. I just ended up making, you know, this stupid project that nobody, well, like, a lot of people cared about. Obviously, it got quite popular. But I didn't care about personally, and I think it's just kind of pointless. I think people kind of expected more than it was going to end up being. But yeah, after all that, onto 4-4, which has the athletic theme, which I think it also had in the original game for some reason. These ice blocks here are, oh yeah, right, the meltable ones in this version of the stage. And why is that, you might wonder? Well, because the other ones are completely broken in New Super Mario 2. Like, the model is broken, and just the way they work is super broken. Also, New Super Mario 2 physics is broken, it seems. Of course, the weird thing is that there is no ice, not ice, there is no fire flower in this stage, and you can't even melt those. So you're just kind of stuck not being able to do much with them. But yeah, this is a bit of a memorable stage, I suppose. The whole red block mechanic got removed because obviously that's not possible in this version without custom code, and also like just the way the paths work, that wouldn't work anyways. So instead it's just a basic stage now, I guess. Oh god, there we go. The physics of the ice flows is so strange, by the way. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah, like look at the way I'm getting launched right now. It's kind of like conveyor belts, but because of like how fast they move, it's even stronger in a sense. It's quite something, I guess. Super strange. I'm not sure if it's also like that in New Super Mario Wii. I don't remember it being like that, at least. Oh god. Oh god, I'm probably gonna die, and I'll just move on. Am I dead? Am I dead? I've got the star coin. I don't care for that though. No, I'm dead. Okay, there we go. Finally, I was kind of waiting for it at that point. I guess there's like 2 more stages to go in this world, which we can check out. So let's go do that. Alright, so sadly 4-5, which was the stage with the rotating mushrooms in the snow, was crashing, so instead we still have this stage left, and that's it for World 4 then. Yes, this is the ghost house, and ghost houses, as you may know, have a lot of zones and a lot of complicated stuff, so this stage was maybe the hardest, like, in terms of setups and stuff to make, and I'll show you guys why later, I guess. So there's a bookshelf here, I'm not sure why, I added those to the tile set, and they're there, you know. Yeah, this is a ghost house stage. I guess I haven't even really made any conventional ghost house stages myself, so it's quite something to make this for me. Yeah, the tile set looks nice in my opinion. Like, it does actually look pretty good, and it also looks very faithful to the original while still, you know, looking high res and all that stuff. Like a weird like thing there. See that? I guess it's like a decoration. The little chunk there. I don't know. All right, so here we have the hanging ropes, which weren't even in New Super Mario Bros. But the collision still was there, so that was still fine. So if you remember, there's actually a secret exit in this stage, as there is in every ghost house, and that's over here. And this leads you to an elevator section, or like a lift section, I guess, which does this. And obviously this well, not obviously, but yeah, this sprite isn't in New Super Mario. This right here is actually a remodel, I think, of like a pipe or something like that, and like some other stuff is used for the collision. And yeah, it's just replicated in Super Mario 2. The only thing is it doesn't have the sounds which the original version did have, but apart from that, it's like the exact same, I think, the way the movement works. So yeah, I think it's gonna like drop down really fast in a bit, and usually you have like the big like piano thing that happens then, like right now, yeah. Obviously that's not there, but apart from that, the functionality is all here. There's like a bunch of complicated stuff with like movement controllers all over the place in this section, and also in another section which is in the regular route, which we're not seeing right here. But yeah, and I managed to replicate that. And the sad thing is that this is actually the last stage, I believe, that I made before deciding to cancel the project. And I think it was kind of partially because I was so burned out on making this, and then I realized, well, this is a perfect recreation of that stage. That's boring because now there's like, you know, like it's just a worse version, except because there's like no music and stuff, like the piano stuff. And apart from that, it's the exact same. So like, what is even the point? You know, you could just play the Wii stage and it will look, you know, pretty much the same. I guess one of the cool things is that we did have the snow here in the outside section, and that looks pretty cool. I do like the way this tile set looks with the snow and stuff, and it's more of like the New Super Mario 2 version of the tile set as well, with like the trees and everything. Those are added. And that looks pretty nice in my opinion. I quite like the vibe of this ending section here. Alright, and I guess we might as well also still showcase the normal route. I believe it's over here, which also has a lift section like this. It's a bit shorter and simpler, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this was the exact same sort of setup as the other one in terms of how I got it to work. The image, like the textures and stuff for this thing down here does look kind of like blurry looking at it now. But as a whole, it's fine, you know. It does the trick. And once again, we have this this cool looking snowy area, which is like really my favorite part. Like, see, that's so cool. Why wouldn't I make a stage around that? Well, okay, that wasn't in the original New Super Mario Wii, but then like, okay, why not just, you know, make an original mod instead of making this stupid Wii project. Yeah, see, like, that was kind of the mentality that went into this, and that's also kind of what motivated me to like start really working on Cloudy 2 after this project, for example. Anyways, that's all for World 4, so I guess that now it's on to 5-1. This is of course quite a classic stage, I suppose, and I'm really happy with the way this forest tile set turned out, if I do say so myself. Like, it looks really nice and like high res and stuff, because I think this one was all remade. It's not like abreast or anything like that, like no AI scaling here. And so you just end up with this really nice looking version of the forest tile set. So yeah, also got these like little bridge things here, which were supposed to be like the scaffolds for this theme. If you hadn't noticed yet, like every single world theme has a different like kind of scaffold thing for the semi-solids, and I guess this world was going to have the bridge kind of tile set thing, which is obviously quite inspired by Wii. Also got the big Koopa shells, of course, which weren't too hard to make, but they're there. I also added that little bit of animation to some of the coins here, which wasn't in the original stage, and I think that does actually add quite a lot to the vibe just as a whole, add some more life to it. And that's also something that New Super Mario did all over the place, just having like little movements in coins and stuff like that, just to make it feel a little bit more interesting, I suppose. Pretty sure I did think of like recoloring this platform to be green at some point, and I just didn't do it, I guess. I don't know. Wanted to keep that New Super Mario vibe for some reason. And that's like the weird dichotomy in this mod, is like some stuff is just New Super Mario stuff, and then like for example the tile sets is all just the Wii stuff. But like, like why does the one matter more than the other, What, like I'm not consistent in this mod, I suppose. Oh yeah, and then this section here is the one appearance of the mountain background rocks in a blue variation in the entire game, I'm pretty sure. That's something interesting, I guess. I'm not sure why that's the case. They could have also just had the cave background, but whatever. Alright, well, even though 5-2 and 5-3 were made, they seem to be crashing for one reason or another. So instead, let's just move on to 5-6. I believe is, this infamous stage with the raft and stuff. Also the random invisible question blocks here, which I can't say I knew about before making this mod, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this stage, it has worked out pretty well. There's this unused version of the raft, which looks really cool in New Super Mario, which functions the same as the Wii raft, and also, of course, looks wooden instead of the stone raft from the original game, New Super Mario Wii, that is. And yeah, I like what I did with the little, like, scaffold bridge things up top here, like, with adding the flowers, which were also on the original semi-solids to them here. Yeah, it looks nice, and obviously had, like, the big solid vines as well. Yeah, I mean, this stage as a whole functions, I think. There's, like, some interesting stuff Nintendo did with, like, invisible, like, conveyor belts above the screen in this stage, just, like, in particular. And I had to replicate that, and I did. But it was quite a pain to do, I believe. But that all worked out, and that's how, like, you have, like, the piranha plants falling on your head at the end. Yeah, like, I really enjoy this stage, but not really as a New Super Mario's Wii or U stage, but also just as, like kind of like a mini-game mode or something like that. It's like a Mario Brawl mode or something, I don't know. It's quite fun. Yeah, so as a whole, I've really, like, that stage has really grown on me over the years, I suppose. Now moving on to World 6. Yeah, and here's 6-1 with a custom background as well, which was made by Winnie Maker, of course. This is quite a boring stage in my opinion. Once again, we have the mountain background rocks, which were a pain to tile, especially because this stage has even more of them than any other stage, I think, pretty much. There's also some weird stuff with the way these ledges work in New Super Mario 2. I don't think they were used in the original game. There's only like the climbable rock things for the most part, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think they were also used. But like, look at the way Mario jumps through this. He like kind of teleports through them. Like I jump this high here, and I jump like a tile higher there because I kind of get like zapped through them. And that's like how all these ledges work for some reason. And then there's also just like, well, I'll show that later, I guess. But there's some other weird stuff that I decided to do in this stage with the way that the collision works. Yeah, so this right here is actually the collision for vines for some reason. And I guess I thought at the time that there was no like climbable rock collision that was proper for this. I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly I was thinking when I did this. And there's also like the normal collision here, and you can still climb onto here as if it's like not vines, but then the way you climb is still not the normal rock climbing either, because you can still jump out of it. There's a whole host of weird things happening here with the way the animations are processed and stuff. I don't really know. But yeah, there's just a lot of weird stuff going on basically. Oh, come on. Okay, well that's enough of that stage. That one's boring anyways. Yeah, 6-2. This one's one of my favorites, if I remember correctly. Like it has a very Super Mario World-esque vibe, I suppose, with the Yoshi and the Monty Moles and the semi-solids and all that. And I really like it, honestly. Am I stuck? Can I make this? Oh, I can. Awesome. Oh yeah, there's a tile missing there. You see that little edge there? Yeah, that's lovely. Getting all the shadows and stuff to work there was a pain to begin with. Nintendo just didn't bother, by the way. Nintendo just made the shadows cut off, and like they just didn't care because the Wii's resolution is so low anyway, so you can't really tell too easily. But I tried to kind of make it work somehow, and I still somehow, I guess, missed the tile there. Alright, this is the World 6 underground stage with the rolling hills, I believe, and stuff. Right? Yeah, see this? Yeah. I think his rolling hills to work was a bit annoying if I recall correctly. Pretty sure we like added that pipe entrance there, because originally there was a pipe in the rolling hill, but that's not something that can be done in East Mario U without using custom code. We didn't have at the time, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, that pipe entrance there with the swooper jump thing was added, and I guess it works as well. It might even be better because it's not just like a random pipe, it's like, you know, actually something that's kind of difficult to achieve. Yeah, overall, like I said at the beginning, a very unmemorable stage, but I don't think that's the case for the next one. Yeah, so this is actually the World 8 Spine Coaster stage, and that's a very controversial decision we made, and we actually, like, before we even cancelled the mod, we already decided not to do that again. So, why is the Spine Coaster stage in World 6 here instead of World 8? Well, because when you think about it, East Mario U, like, has, like, what, like, 4 World 8 stages, whereas East Mario Wii has, like, 7. And so the problem was that we couldn't fit all of them into the stage slots. And so we decided, like, wherever we could, we would, like, port normally World 8 stages to other worlds. And I think the only one we actually wanted to end up doing was this one, for this one to be in World 6 like it is here. Because the original Spine Coaster in East Mario U, of course, is also in a setting like this, with the poison water and the cave and stuff. However, even, like, there was a lot of, like, people not liking that, even when we showed it in the trailer. So, like, before we even cancelled the mod, we already decided, okay, maybe let's not do that, and maybe we'll just put this in World 8, or in World 9, or I don't know. But yeah, so, like, at this stage, I mean, it still works pretty much the same, it's just that the Paracoopers instead of the Lava Geysers is very stupid. and there is no, like, poison geysers or anything like that, so you just end up with a more boring stage, honestly. Funny thing is that the outside area, which we're going to right now, even in the original game, I'm pretty sure it already used the mountain tile set of some sort, I think, right? Didn't it? Or am I mixing stuff up? I'm not sure. Like, East Mario we had like a version of the mountain tile set which was like red and stuff and used in World 8, and I think this stage also used that here. So it's not like it's that far-fetched to make this a mountain stage because of that, kind of. This is always very fun, this section, isn't it? Yeah, like, Nintendo really managed to make something very memorable with this Spine Coaster stage, especially compared to the East Mario U1, which I don't think is memorable at all. But yeah, that's it for World 6, and on to World 7. Yeah, so here we are, 7-3, which is the stage with the change jumps and the water bubbles. You can also have a look at the athletic tile set, which looks really strange in my opinion. I'm not sure what we were thinking there. It looks, yeah, it looks a bit odd, I don't know. Yeah, no, I think this stage has been changed a little bit. I'm pretty sure the coins in the original stage moved along with the water bubbles, but like that was hard to do with the way water bubbles worked in East Mario U, so we didn't do that for some reason. I think it's still totally possible. It was just been a bit annoying. I guess we couldn't be bothered. I don't know. Apart from that, I think this stage has like some minor changes here and there to make the change jumps work better with the environment, because they're slightly different in East Mario U once again for no reason. And I think like the bonus room has been changed because it didn't work, or I don't know. There's some minor stuff. As a whole, this is a super weird stage though, isn't it? I like the sections with the bullet bills and the water bubbles. So like those work together well, but apart from that, there's a lot of weird like stuff with like earlier with the semi-solids and stuff. That's just it's super strange. And then this is like the most simple stage in the entire mod, pretty much. Or well, even in the original East Mario Wii as well. I guess 2-1 kind of rivals this one, but apart from that, like, yeah, there's nothing going on in this one. No bonus rooms, no movement controlled stuff, no interesting like location or event stuff. It's just a bunch of enemies and platforms and a lot of cloud spams and stuff. And yeah, it's strange. Not a fan favorite. When people ask me like why do you prefer East Mario U over East Mario Wii, I guess the main gist of it just comes down to East Mario U doesn't have a stage like this, and East Mario Wii has several stages like this, which are just complete trash and nothing is going on, and it's just not good. Also, if you notice, the background here has a slightly different color to kind of match Wii more, I guess. I don't know. And that already brings us on to World 8, which yeah, there's dwindling results, I suppose, with the amount of levels per world that we've actually finished. because this is actually also the only World 8 stage that was finished. It does actually look pretty cool with the background Willie made looks so good here. I really like it. Only thing I might have would have wanted him to add like now would probably be like the smoke plumes, which were in the New Super Mario 2 version of this background. I really like those, and those I think would fit well and would be easy to add. But yeah, also something else that's cool here is that, well, first of all, the tile set actually has good normal maps, I'm pretty sure, and also you can see like the little lava things running between the tiles. It's a little trick to get that working like that without actually having the lava to actually, go up to that high. Which is what the original game has that like signify, the little lava animation. But that looks so good with this tile set, doesn't it? Like, look at the amount of stuff that's happening here. How are you supposed to avoid all of that? Well, whatever. On to the next one. Yeah, and here we are, 9-3, which I guess doesn't have the proper background here at the moment. There's a video on my channel which shows this stage with the right background, which is like a sunset version. Our idea for what now was going to be to have every stage kind of be slightly different from the original version, like visually as well. So like this stage was sunset, and I don't know, I guess we'll see more from the other World 9 stage we're also going to play. But yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said, wait, what did I dive? What? How? Anyways, I wasn't kidding when I said that the 8-1 was the only World 8 stage that was finished. And there's only 2 World 9 stages finished as well. So yeah. This stage really is made by the background, which isn't here at the moment, but it's like a cool sunset thing. It looks like the New Super Mario 2 background, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much the end of the mod. This stage is quite memorable, I suppose. It's not actually all that good in my opinion. Also, for some reason, these like homing banzai bills or whatever they're called, they spawn like cloud areas in New Super Mario U, which they don't do in New Super Mario Wii. I'm also not sure whether they were even used in New Super Mario U, but yeah, see that? Like so much fog. Yeah, that's super strange. Not sure why they did that, but that's only in New Super Mario U for some reason, not in Wii. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This stage was originally not a mountain stage. This stage was a athletic stage. But the thing is, there is like 3 athletic stages in the original New Super Mario Wii World 9, and there was no mountain stages, so we decided to make this a mountain stage and then kind of compensate that way. And yeah, now on to the final stage, which is also a very memorable one. Yeah, here we are. Actually got a cool custom background. And yeah, of course, this is 9-7, which I've also already shown off on my channel in the form of a speedrun, I guess. But yeah, this is the last stage, like chronologically speaking, at least that's finished for this mod. And it's nice. It's pretty good. Like it's pretty much the same. There are no coins inside the ice blocks here, which isn't really possible to do in New Super Mario's U without using ASM and stuff, or custom ASM, I should say. But apart from that, it's pretty much the same. And of course, one of the bigger changes as well is, like I said, there's some visual stuff. In this case, for example, the tile set is actually a snowy version of the forest tile set instead of just the snow tile set. And also the background itself is a little bit more like snowy than just having the snow layer behind the forest layer. But yeah, that's it for this playthrough, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's quite a long one, I guess, and I'm sure it's going to interest a lot of people because the Wii Deluxe trailer and stuff was so popular. I've had so many people asking like what happened to it and is it cancelled and stuff, and yes, it is. And here's everything that was made for it. So if you got excited for it, I guess don't be. I hope you look forward to my more original mods and stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye.